After the death of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he became the fourth Caliph. His leadership was marked by a commitment to justice and Islamic principles. Imam Ali's teachings and sayings continue to inspire Muslims and people worldwide. He is revered for his exemplary character and devotion to Islam. His lineage traces back to Prophet Abraham through their common ancestor Adnan as part of the Quraysh tribe, like Prophet Muhammad. Knowledge enlivens the soul. Your remedy is within you, but you do not sense it. Your sickness is from you, but you do not perceive it. You consider yourself a small body, yet encapsulated within you is the entire universe. The one who prefers other people over himself can be trusted, but the one who is obsessed with himself is deceitful. In vain have you acquired knowledge if you have not imparted it to others. A person who feels sympathy for another's grief receives the same reward as if he shared in it. Generosity hides shortcomings, just as the nighttime hides all things. Fear God and treat your children, small or grown, with equal justice. He who does not have forbearance has nothing. Silence is the best reply to a fool. Friendship is a candle whose flame glows brighter when surrounded by winds of adversity. People are slaves to this world, and as long as they live favorable lives, they are loyal to religious principles. The most complete gift of God is a life based on knowledge. Patience is of two kinds: patience over what pains you, and patience against what you covet. Generosity is to help a deserving person without his request. And if you help him after his request, then it is either out of self-respect or to avoid rebuke. Do not let your difficulties fill you with anxiety. After all, it is only in the darkest nights that stars shine more brilliantly. The best richness is the richness of the soul. The best form of devotion to the service of Allah is not to make a show of it. He who has 1,000 friends has not a friend to spare, and he who has one enemy will meet him everywhere. The tongue is like a lion. If you let it loose, it will wound someone. A person who feels sympathy for another's grief receives the same reward as if he shared in it. Life consists of 2 days, one for you and one against you. So when it's for you, don't be proud or reckless. And when it's against you, be patient, for both days are a test for you. The best of friends is he who is best in behavior and character. Our followers are like bees that live among birds. None of the birds recognize the bees because of their small size and weakness. They would not treat them this way if they realized that these bees could extract from them the most precious of what they have, their honey. He who is greedy is disgraced. He who discloses his hardship will always be humiliated. He who has no control over his tongue will often have to face discomfort. He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words. Make your character good for the people. To render relief to the distressed and to help the oppressed, make amends for great sins. One who does not act upon his knowledge, Allah will not give him increase in his knowledge. The greatest wealth is the richness of the soul. Knowledge without action is useless, and action without knowledge is foolish. The nourishment of the body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. Knowledge is like a tree. The roots are deep, but the fruits are sweet. One who shows you your flaws is your true friend. To make one good action succeed another is the perfection of goodness. A person's true wealth is the good deeds that he does in this world. Forgiveness is the crown of greatness. The best form of devotion to the service of Allah is not to make a show of it. The less you talk, the more you will hear. The best kind of wealth is to give up inordinate desires. The true believer is tested like gold in fire. The more he is burnt, the more he shines. The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart.